Race last time out, race number 6 of 12 in 2024, as that's a crash for Half-Eye, I think it is.
Extend his title advantage lead, and this is the battle for P4 and P5.
Assalamualaikum, halo semuanya. Jumpa lagi dengan Sugrian Satria di channel Bukan Pengawal. Apa kabar teman-teman? Saya doakan kalian semua selalu dalam keadaan baik dan sehat. Gelaran Asia Talent Cup 2024 telah memasuki seri keempat teman-teman. Seri ketiga berlangsung di sirkuit Mandalika Lombok akhir September kemarin. Dua pembalap Indonesia yang turun di ajang ini tidak dalam performa terbaik teman-teman, bahkan bisa dikatakan anti klimaks. Balap di kandang sendiri, dua pembalap Indonesia di race kedua mengalami crash dan gagal finish. Dengan hasil itu, Diandra Ramadipa tidak lagi berada di puncak perolehan poin lagi teman-teman. Setelah seri ketiga kemarin, Diandra Ramadipa berada di posisi ketiga dengan total 81 poin. Di posisi kedua ada pembalap asal Jepang, Rishi Takahira dengan total 90 poin. Untuk pemuncak klasemen di sementara diraih pembalap asal Jepang, yakni Shen Mitani dengan total 140 poin. Cukup jauh selisihnya teman-teman. Di seri keempat yang berlangsung di sirkuit Motegi Jepang, pembalap Indonesia Diandra Ramadipa berjanji tampil impresif teman-teman. Tentu hal ini tidak mudah. Sebagai tuan rumah, hero Jepang sudah pasti tampil ngotot dan berusaha sapu bersih jatah podium. Oke teman-teman, seperti apa penampilan dan perjuangan pembalap Indonesia di sirkuit Motegi Jepang kali ini? Akankah Diandra Ramadipa mampu menebus kesalahan di dua seri sebelumnya dan kembali ke puncak? Silahkan tonton ringkasan videonya berikut ini.
The wild card, Tidak, Juara, Schmidt and Russo on row 2 with Ikegami, Singapore and Henry on row 3 as the podium finisher over in Indonesia. Ramadipa, who've just mentioned, spearheads row 4 with Zakan and Pratungtong. Hidaka on the number 25 machine on the outside of row 1. Revs are going to be up very shortly indeed. Watch out for the red lights in the middle of your screen. There they are. And then they go out and we are racing here in Japan. It looks like a good start from Half-Eye in the middle of the front row, but it's going to be Mitani on the number 2 machine who's going to potentially grab the whole shot into turn 1. It is Mitani from Ojiwara. Great start from the start of row 2 from Ojiwara. Crucial for the Japanese rider on the number 16 bike. Half-Eye slots into P3, and that's Ikegami on the number 14. A great start from the Japanese rider from row 3. So a Japanese 1, 2 and 4. At this moment in time, Mitani defending well into turn 3 from Ojiwara.
I'm keeping my eye out further back for the progress of Ryuichi Takahira.
Ojiwara, though, he's already going with it.
Yeah, Ojiwara, you can see, is a different rider this weekend. He was the victor of our race last time out, race number 6 of 12 in 2024, as that's a crash for Half-Eye, I think it is. The man that was in the middle of the front row grid, it is the Malaysian. What a shame for the 19, 4th at the time, hoping to try drag himself into very, very soon. Then can he somehow manage to drag not only himself but the others back into contention? Already this is alarm bells ringing for Takahira, unless of course, as would be commonplace in the Asia Talent Cup, these three start bumping and barging and taking lumps out of each other.
And that's exactly what they're doing on lap 2 already. Ojiwara is showing a wheel up the inside of Mitani, but nothing this time around. So Takahira now has got himself up to the lead as the chasers to catch these guys up in the remaining 11 and a half laps. But we did see this happen over in Indonesia, of course. Singapore and a couple of others as well did manage to bridge a gap that was higher than the current gap, 2.7 seconds. So it's not all lost so far, but so a stunning effort already for Takahira, but he's still got plenty of work to do.
Ramadipa, the Indonesian, as you can see, now up to 4th, looking to lead that charge. I think I've got confidence there in both the number 7, who's been slotted backwards once again into 5th, and the number 9, Takahira.
That does look that way, unfortunately, for the neutrals. For the Japanese fans, though, they're more than happy with the Japanese top 3. Mempertahankan incidentally in the background, leading that charge now, but the lap times on that lap, 2:02.7 was the fastest lap. Ikegami was also in the 2:02 to the tyres, of course. They've not had too much dry track time. FP2 was dry, but different conditions to this. You can see their confirmation of Ramadipa's lap time compared to Mitani, and already these two riders podium pedigree, of course, in this championship already, streaking clear of the chasers. So it is going to be interesting what this lap time is this time around, but 3.4 seconds with the pace that is being set at the front. It's looking pretty tricky for these two riders to try and cling on. It's not right off just yet, but the top 3 are continuing their march.
What Zen Mitani needs here at the back of this confidence now, one of Ikegami or Juara or Mitani is going to be victorious today.
It does certainly look that way as Ramadipa and Takahira go toe-to-toe at turns 1 and 2. Here's Ramadipa still leading the way. 4 seconds though.
Behind you is just growing lap by lap. For now, wait for the laps to tick by. Yes, there is the chance of rain always, given the conditions we've had, and there's no point in trying to ruffle the feathers of the guys in front. In particular, Ikegami at the moment is a long way out of title contention, 7th in the championship standings. Ojiwara a little bit closer in 4th, but there's no
Indonesia,
point.
that's all he wants to do, coming from P4 to P1 in the final sector.
Further back, it looks as though at the moment both Ramadipa and Takahira have managed to break clear themselves of the riders behind 1 week ago. And shout out as well to our debutant, the wildcard rider Shingo Idaka, started on the front row of the grid.
Season on numerous occasions and haven't quite been able to fight back when needed, and Ikegami and Ojiwara will know that for certain. 7 laps to go here in Motegi in race 1 of Asia Talent Cup action.
2:02.7 last time around for Mitani. He's managed to improve his left leg out when he's hard on the brakes. He's just able to eke out 1 or 2 bike lengths on the riders he's in that fight with. It's going to be a real challenge to try and get past him with 7 laps remaining. Mitani pulled the pin, and he's already managed to eke out 0.2 of a second over Ikegami behind.
These two riders on the screen then, Ramadipa and Takahira, a personal best lap last time around for the number 9 of Takahira. They are finally on the race leader pace, but it's
the Australian. That's going to swap and change though. Meanwhile, Takahira at the moment just leading Ramadipa in that fight for 4th. But 6 laps now remaining. Saki, what a throwback that is. His lap record that he posted in 2016, would you believe, a 2:01.5, and has stood for quite some time.
Yeah, so the dry track time, I'll put my teeth in eventually, that they've had, as you can see the clouds in the distance, rain definitely hovering around, but with 4.5 laps to go, thankfully it stayed clear. We see a Japanese flag waving on top of the hill there for the front 3, and of course Rishi Takahira as well. Behind the riders in this battle is Mitani for a couple of laps, potentially worked out a plan where he can push, where the other riders are losing time, where
and then he managed to roll through 8 to get a great look up the inside in towards 9, but it's going to be all change here down in towards the 90-degree corner, turn 11. Once again, Mitani so strong on the brakes, flexing his muscles.
And a lap later, Mitani then retakes the lead. Good stuff from though. Ikegami shows the point with just over 2 laps to go, as Ikegami leads the way down into turn 11. We saw drama here last year down into turn 11, and it is the final victory between the Japanese riders, Ikegami from Mitani and Ojiwara. Who's going to win? Anyone's guess at this moment in time.
Here comes Mitani looking up the inside in towards turns 3 and 4, but instead we said he was the unknown from nowhere. Ojiwara, well, I thought that was a little bit optimistic. He dived up the inside of the pair of them, couldn't get it.
Through the final corner, victory corner we go, as we focus in on the number 20 of Singapore, who leads this gaggle of riders in the fight. That's Dakigen getting all out of shape down into turn 11. He's going to run wide there, so relinquishes the position. Once again, we've got 2 laps to go here in the Asia Talent Cup. Full focus on this 3-way into turn 10, really closes up to the rear end of Mitani as we focus in on the battle for 4th and 5th. This is not what we want to be watching. The riders in the lead group are coming down into turn 11.
At the right time. Can he do it once again, but this time on home soil?
Turns 1 and 2 then negotiated, but this is where we saw a little bit of drama last lap. Juara staying into the slipstream, Ikegami threatening to make a move at the inside at turn 3, but thinking better of it. Matani though, a little bit wide, might compromise his exit through turn. He then takes a wide sweeping line through turn 10 to get a great slingshot down the hill into turn 11.
Down to turn 11, 90-degree corner, set it up right here in towards turn 10. Make sure the exit is perfect, and then I think we're going to have to watch this one through the gaps of our fingers.
Tree number 5 of the season for Matani. It's all about getting your head below the bubble and a run to the line. It is going to be Matani, looks like, from Juara. It is Matani who wins on home turf. What a race from the number 2. He wins again in 2024 to extend his title advantage lead, and this is the battle for P4 and P5. It's going to be it is Zen Matani, the home hero, the championship leader, who wins again.
64 points now. That man's cup lead with only 5 races remaining. Victory number 5 of the year as well. It's only going in one direction. He's been the master of the final with a first match point. You'd have to say the form book tells you that he's got a very good chance of taking that match point. What a record it's been, Matani. The march is on towards this 2024 Asia Talent Cup crown.
To what we've had on our timing screen, so a little bit of confusion here in the commentary box. Takamoto, the wildcard rider, Hidaka, Russo, Juara after getting his first win last time out in Indonesia. He's on the podium again in P2. Doesn't look too impressed, got to say, for both Ikegami and Juara, but that's understandable. They've just lost the race to Matani, but unexpected changes on the results page. But what doesn't change is Zen Matani's leads in the Riders' Championship, 165 points. He's going to have to do all that work again, is Takehira, to try and take points off Matani before we go to Thailand. 2 points. This is further down. The wildcard rider already up to 9 points. Fantastic stuff from Shinjo